Welcome to the Funko Files, a podcast created by a fanatic for fanatics. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Funko Files. This is a podcast dedicated strictly to Funko, Funko products, and Funko fanatics. I'm your host, as always, Austin, and this is now the 4th episode of the podcast. I have another great lineup today, including the unboxing of the newest Star Wars Smuggler's Bounty box. This was for January 2016. Not sure how this is going to go, as all my unboxings have been on my YouTube channel, Agent AA Toys. So if you want to go see some of my live unboxings, you can head over there. But I've been saving this one. I wanted to try out something new and do the unboxing on this podcast. So we'll see how it goes. I hope it works out. And you enjoy it, and then if you do and you give me some good feedback, then I'll definitely be doing more unboxings in the future. So today I'm going to also do my first pop review on this podcast, so I'm really excited about that. I know I promised you a pop review on my very first podcast, so I want to make sure that we finally get a pop review in on this podcast. And so I'm really excited about that as well. Also, we're going to go over my top 10 favorite pops in my collection. So let's go ahead and kick things off with the Smuggler's Bounty unboxing. So I'm kind of doing this late. I received it about a week ago, and so it's been killing me not to open this. And again, I try to stay off of social media as much as I can. It's super hard to do, especially the last couple of weeks of the month when a lot of other collectors are getting these in and posting everything on Instagram and Facebook. So you really just kind of have to try to stay off social media, really, because otherwise you'll get the surprise ruined for you. So let's go ahead and let's open this bad boy up and see what's in here. I'm really excited to see what we got going on. So, all right. So as always, the first thing I see in here is the patch and pin that's always included with these. So we have the patch is actually a really cool patch. It's of BB-8 and the Resistance logo. I think it was probably the Rebel Alliance logo as well. I don't know if they changed that, but it's pretty cool. It's black and orange and has BB-8 in the middle. Again, I'm a really big, and I say this every time, but I'm a big fan of these patches and pins. I really like that they include these. I really am going to have to make like a whole, now that I have the Star Wars, I'm going to have to make like a whole Star Wars jacket of these patches and pins. Be pretty cool. And then the pin that we get is, I think it's of Poe Dameron. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Poe Dameron in his Starfighter helmet. It's really, really cool. It's got some of like that alien writing again down below. It's a really cool shape. I like the way they did it. It's kind of in the shape of an arrow, the pin is. And it's got some great colors on it. I love the red and black color scheme that it's got going on. It's also got a little bit of orange and yellow background, so it really kind of pops. Very, very cool patches and pins. I really like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and open this and see what we got inside. Alright, so the first thing I see in here is a pop, and it's a pretty awesome pop, guys. We have a flocked Chewbacca. So this is obviously from the new Star Wars, so it's the newer mold Chewbacca. Now I have the SDCC, I believe it was 2010. Hold on, let me check that real quick. Okay, so it was 2011 was the original flocked Chewbacca is when it was released. It was for San Diego Comic-Con in 2011. So that's when the first one was released. So it's been a minute since we've had a flocked Chewbacca. So you got to figure it's been about 5 years now. So they were kind of, they were kind of due to make another one. So this one is really, really cool. If you haven't owned a flock pop, I definitely recommend it. Hopefully you subscribe to this box and you now have it. But just the flocked feeling, it's very fuzzy. It's kind of almost like it's a little bit furrier than a velvet, I guess is the only thing I can really describe it. I mean, you just have to go out and get yourself one. They're really, really cool material. I love the flocked pops. It just adds a new dimension to the pops. So definitely go check those out if you haven't. But this pop is awesome. Obviously, it's the same mold as the original Chewbacca. He's got like his gun or whatever it's called, his arrow crossbow gun thing, and he's got a really cool kind of cowl on his face. So very, very cool. I like this pop a lot, so I'm glad they included this in this box. So the next thing I see in here is a shirt, and this shirt looks really awesome as well. So let me go ahead and open this. Oh, this is way cool. All right, so it's a Star Wars Force Awakens, kind of like a movie poster. So we have the Millennium Falcon, we've got Chewie in the background, we have Han Solo, Rey, Finn in the front, we've got Poe Dameron on the side, BB-8 down kind of towards the end of the shirt. We've also got a X-Wing fighter in the back, and then it just says on the bottom of the shirt, Star Wars The Force Awakens. So very, very cool shirt. It's just kind of like the original movie poster for Star Wars A New Hope, if you've seen that. You've probably seen pictures for this newer Star Wars with all the characters in there as well. But that is what they are, only pop version. So very, very cool shirt. I love the color of this shirt too. It's kind of like a charcoal color. It's like a dark gray. So it's really cool. I love that they are doing different colors with their shirts. We always seem to get the same black and white shirts, so it's nice to get some grays and oranges and just kind of switch it up, because I have plenty, God only knows how many white and black shirts I have, so it's nice to get different colors. So, and then the images too are not like super colorful. They're kind of like I would have like mostly like a blue and grayish hue to them, but then they're kind of outlined in this yellow color. So the shirt really pops on this gray shirt. So very, very cool shirt, guys. If you haven't seen it, go Google it. But it's just an awesome shirt to have. So I'm glad they included this in here as well. So great, 2 items already off the bat, very, very killer. Remember, all of these items are exclusive to the box, so you have to subscribe to this box in order to get these items. You will not find them in any stores or Hot Topic or anything like that, so make sure you are subscribing to this box. And then the last thing that we see in here is a Star Wars Pop Home C-3PO mug. So let's go ahead and open this. This looks freaking awesome as well. I want to say, do I have another one? Yes. So we got I believe it was in the Guardians of the Galaxy collector core box, subscription box for December. We got a Star-Lord mug, and now in this January we get a C-3PO mug. So let's go ahead and open this and see if it's the same quality and as good. So okay, yeah, it is awesome, guys. So this is the exact same type of mug. It's part of the Pop Home line. They also make like salt and pepper shakers, mugs. I don't know what else. I know they have a couple other things, but household items basically. But this is a very, very cool mug, and they are very well made. Obviously they're ceramic, so they're very durable. Now, I don't know if you'd really want to put this in the dishwasher. It probably is dishwasher safe. I don't know, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure that you can. Let's see if it says on the box, actually. Okay, do not microwave, hand wash only. So it's not dishwasher safe. And that's why I was saying I wouldn't put this in the dishwasher. So very, very cool mug, though. Honestly, I don't. They're so nice that I don't even want to drink out of them. I just like to like honestly display these. So I'll probably put this up on my shelf somewhere. But if you guys haven't picked any of these mugs up, definitely recommend it. And again, unfortunately, the C3PO one will probably only be available to this box as well because everything is very exclusive to these boxes. But you might get a different version of a C3PO coming later with maybe a different handle color or something like that. So that is the Star Wars Smuggler's Bounty box. So let's recap what we got in there. So we got the Pop Home C3PO mug. We got the BB-8 patch, the Poe Dameron pin. We got the Star Wars Force Awakens collaboration T-shirt, and then we have the Flock Chewbacca Star Wars The Force Awakens pop. So again, you definitely get your money's worth. I would go pick these up if you can. You might still be able to get pass boxes for Star Wars Smuggler's Bounty, but even if you can't, enroll now to get the future ones so you don't miss out anymore on these epic boxes because they really are epic, guys. They're the best subscription boxes out there. You get your money's worth, and especially if you're a Funko fan, it's really the only box to subscribe to. So basically what I'm trying to say, I'm just rambling, go subscribe to this box. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is a pop review. And if you looked on my YouTube this last week, I had a super mega haul that I brought in, and it was kind of all accumulated from this last month. And one of the items that I got were the Walgreens exclusive pops. Now I'm not going to do all four because that would take too long. The one I really want to focus on, and the one that I think everybody was most excited for in this Walgreens release, was the Green Goblin. So that's the pop I'm going to review. So let's go ahead and just get right into it. First of all, I love the box art. It's all green. The box is all green. You got the big, of course, pop face on the front of the box of Green Goblin. Very, very cool mold. The scales on the legs of the Green Goblin, I think I'm most impressed with. He's got his purple hood on. Of course, he's holding his pumpkin bomb, which again I'm very impressed with. They did a really good job. It's very, very detailed, especially for how small that pumpkin is that he's holding. The paint job on this pop is excellent as well. And a lot of the newer pops, their paint jobs have been just absolutely stellar. So especially compared to a lot of the paint jobs that a lot of the older pops had, the 2010 through about 13, the pop jobs were pretty iffy. But these newer ones that are being released in 2015 and now 2016, the paint jobs are really spot on, and this one is no exception. The paint job on this Green Goblin is fantastic. One of the criticisms I'm going to give is I wish he was on his hoverboard. That would have been really, really epic if they would have put him on that. But everything else is pretty on point. His kind of evil grin that he has on his face, his teeth are kind of yellow. So it really, really, they nailed the comic version of the Green Goblin. It looks really epic. The detail, like I said, on this pop is really awesome. They got all the intricates. The only thing they're really missing is that hoverboard. Other than that, this is a fantastic pop. So if you can find it, definitely recommend picking it up. Again, it will be at your local Walgreens. Use the Walgreens.com item lookup. I know that I've suggested that to a couple of fanatics, and it has worked for them. So basically, just go on to Walgreens.com. Search in Funko Pop Marvel or Marvel exclusive Funko Pop. It should come up however you search it, and you'll be able to search your zip code in there and see if your stores carry it. Now, again, like I said before, it has been pretty dang accurate for me. Every time I go to the store that says it has it in stock, other than the last episode that I was talking about, the flipper, because somebody beat me to it. It has otherwise been fairly accurate. So definitely recommend going in there and getting it. Luckily, after that whole flipper fiasco, the about a couple of days later after I was filming the podcast, another store, showed up. I was praying that I could get there before the flipper did, and I beat them. So definitely was able to pick those up, and was excited about that. So definitely use that Walgreens.com feature. It'll save you time and gas, trust me, and a lot of headaches. So yeah, guys, so that is the pop review. So the next segment that we're going to get into is I'm going to go over my top 10 pops. Now this was super hard for me because, of course, as all of you know, there are so many out there, and my collection is relatively big, so it was hard for me to pick 10, and I kind of cheated because I have 2 on my bottom and 2 on my top, so it's really kind of a top 12. But let's go ahead and just dig right into it. So this is Agent AA's top 10 Funko Pops, and this is currently. This is not from Pops that haven't been released yet, which could definitely take place and knock one of these other ones out of here. So number 10, I'll go from number 10 to number 1. So number 10, this is a two-parter, is the Red Ranger, Power Ranger, and the glow-in-the-dark White Ranger. Both of these pops are some of my most prized possessions. I love the Power Rangers growing up as a kid. That was my era. That was my show. I think for Christmas, for like 3 Christmases, I asked for Power Rangers and only Power Rangers. So that when Funko released those, I was so happy. A little sad that they didn't finish with the rest of the Rangers, like the black, blue, yellow. But there's a caveat. They're supposed to be releasing the rest of the Rangers here, I believe, this year. So I'm hoping that we see something at Toy Fair that comes out showing these. So that is my number 10. Number 9 is my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles glow-in-the-dark 4-pack. This was an Amazon exclusive, and I just love this set. I love that they're all together because I feel like the turtles should be all together in the same box. No, not to, bag on the other turtles that are single, but I just love that the turtles are all in the same box. They look really good in the dark. The glow is awesome on them, and it just works well for the turtles, obviously, because of the cosmic green ooze. Glow in the dark just made perfect sense for these. So I just think it's a fantastic set. Great 4-pack. If you don't have it, try picking it up. It's all sold out everywhere. You're probably going to pay an arm and a leg for it, but it is an awesome, awesome set. All right, so my number 8, and this was a little hard because I really do like some of the other Star Wars 2-packs, but I wanted to throw at least one of them in there because there's there's, I'm not even going to get into it, but there's other 3-packs and 2-packs of Star Wars, but I think this one just beat it just because I was super impressed with the sculpt and how well they did this one, and it's the Sand Trooper and Dewback. This is the 2-pack Walmart exclusive set. The Dewback is just very, very detailed. I love how they did the reins on the Dewback, the scales on the Dewback, everything about the Dewback, and I think that's what really sold me was the sculpt on that lizard. Just is fantastic. The Sand Trooper also looks really awesome. I love the sand splattered on him with his orange shield that he has. It just really brought me back to A New Hope, and Funko really nailed it on this sculpt. So that was my number 8. Number 7 is the Bloody Chase Leatherface, and if you guys haven't seen this pop, it's probably, I almost wanted to have this higher, but there were, like I said, there were just so many to choose from. But this is another great piece. Love this one a lot. The blood is just everywhere, and this is how a blood splatter pop should be. I mean, this guy, this Leatherface, and I'm actually looking at him right now because he's directly in front of my face. he is just awesome looking. His, everywhere is covered. His chainsaw is covered in blood. His mask, of everything is just covered, and I just love it. It's an awesome, awesome piece. My number 6 is the SDCC Unmasked Jason Voorhees. This was another one of those pops where I didn't know if we were going to get it. I was hoping we would. And then last year when SDCC hit, I saw this and was super ecstatic that we finally got this one. He looks absolutely amazing. They nailed the head sculpt on this one. He's got, his head is all deformed. His eyes, one's lower than the other. He's got some teeth missing. I mean, he just is an ugly guy, and they really nailed it. So that was my number 6. And I played around with 6 and 7. I didn't know which one to put ahead of it, but I did end up putting Jason ahead of Leatherface there. Number 5 is my Freddy Boba Fett. Again, this was another one where it was 2014 Fun Days, I believe. Now, they had 2 releases. One had green hair, and the other one, I believe, had just regular brown. I got the green hair, which is the higher of the two, meaning they made higher amounts of this one. I believe it's a 196 piece, and I think the other one was a 96 piece. So they made 100 more of these other ones, and I have the one with the green hair, which is the 196, so it's the higher run, but I don't care. I'm just glad that I have one. I was super excited when I saw that. I'm a big Freddy Funko fan, so anytime I can get my hands on a Freddy, I will. And so this cracks my top 5. Coming in at number 5 is the Freddy Boba Fett. Now it got really tough from 4 to 1. So number 4 is my SDCC Metallic Batman. Again, this is a 480 piece 2010, one of the original very first pops that ever came out. At that time they were Funko Force 2.0, and it's the blue Batman, but metallic painted. There also was another 480 piece that was just a regular blue, which I have as well, but I just like the metallic blue on this. It's like a royal blue. It's kind of like a car paint. It really, really just stands out. I just love the look of this Batman. It's pretty epic, and it's one of my prized possessions. So that's why it came in at number 4. All right, so number 3 is Freddy Krueger Freddy. This one I was chasing down for, let me see, got into collecting at the end of 2012, and pretty much the beginning of 2013 when I found out about this pop. I was chasing it since then, and I got my hands on it. Has it been a year now? I think it's been about a year since I got my hands on it, and it is definitely, obviously, it's probably my second favorite Freddy, because number 2 is my first favorite Freddy. And since we're getting into that, number 2 is the 4-inch 200 piece Freddy Batman. Again, another great piece. Was definitely, again, very lucky to get my hands on this one. This one was, I want to say 2013 Fun Days. Let me just check on that. Yes, this one was 2013 Fun Days. Freddy Batman, again, was lucky to get my hands on that as well, and that came in at number 2. So number 1, I cheated. I could not decide which one I liked better, and so it's a 2-way tie between my Freddy Clone Trooper, which is a 96 piece. That's my highest Freddy that I own, and my Shadow Trooper. So if you follow me on the boards, you know that my signature is a Shadow Trooper. If you follow me on Agent AA Toys, my avatar is a Shadow Trooper. I just love that Shadow Trooper, but I also love the Freddy Clone Trooper as well. And so they were very, very close, and I had to put them both at number 1. So those are my top 10 currently that I own of my favorite Pops in my collection. So hope you enjoyed that. I know a lot of people were kind of asking for that, so wanted to kind of throw that out there. So let's go ahead and get into some, again, of the new releases that Funko has announced this week. So first up, we have a very, very cool piece, the Unmasked Kylo Ren. This one looks really awesome. They really nailed Adam Driver. It's got his awesome hair going on. This will be another Walmart exclusive, and this was announced by Yoko and Cameron, who again are the marketing gurus for Funko, on Funko.com on their blog page. They did a little video. So definitely need to get this one. I'm very, very excited. He looks amazing. And I believe he is being released or hitting stores in March is what I heard. Staying kind of along that same lines, there is another awesome pop. Same thing, Star Wars. This is going to be titled FN2187. Basically, it's the bloody handprint Finn. When Finn is the stormtrooper at the beginning of the movie, and his other co-stormtrooper, I guess, gets shot and is killed, and rubs his bloody handprint across Finn's face, and that kind of, from there, the rest of the movie, Finn is kind of just, he's out. He's done with the Empire and the First Order, excuse me. So this one looks awesome because it's basically the stormtrooper with a bloody handprint across his face. Awesome exclusive. This will be a Target exclusive, and both of these pops, again, like I said, should be hitting stores in March. The next up, we have Pac-Man pops, and I know a lot of people were excited with this announcement. They look really, really awesome. You're going to have Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Blinky, Inky, Pinky, and Clyde, and the Blue Ghost coming all in March to retailers near you. So be looking out for those Pac-Man pops. Another thing, kind of the last thing actually that was announced for this week, is Mystery Minis Best of Anime Series 2. So some of the things and some of the TV shows to look for is Bleach, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and Death Note, and those have an April release date. So again, be looking out for those mystery minis. They look really awesome as well, especially if you're an anime fan. Alright guys, so it's time real quickly for the Fanatic of the Week. I know I'm kind of running a little over here, so I'll try to make this quick, but I want to give dues where dues should be given. So this week's Fanatic chosen is Meg Siasoko, and I hope I pronounced Meg's last name right. So let's read really quickly about Meg. She is a Star Wars Funko Pop collector. She has more than 60 pops, sticking with mostly the exclusive variants for now, but still keeping a few regulars. I know that my collection might be small compared to others, but I am sticking to my pure Star Wars line plus 6-inch dragons, collecting for 10 months. She also goes on to say, finally, as a single mother, I have found that collecting toys alongside my son's collection of action figures is very fulfilling. I get to bond with him over our toys, and we can relate to each other very well. So that is awesome, Meg. I loved reading that about you and about your son. So a big congrats to Meg. So also remember, if you want to be the next Fanatic of the Week, you can go and apply by going to Funko.com and looking for the Funko of the Week icon on their blog. So we have again come to our last segment of the show, which means Funko Fact Time. So did you know that the very first Funko piece was a big boy wacky wobbler? Mike Becker, along with his friends Wilkinson and Rob Schwartz, designed and produced 20,000 of these bad boys. All right, guys. So that is it for this episode of the Funko Files. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, your feedback and suggestions are welcome. Thank you so much for the support. And remember, have fun. Agent AA out.